joining. Today, ladies, we're going to talk about another awesome electric dirt bike called the Talaria Sting MX4. This electric dirt bike is amazing. I know at first glance you say it looks a lot like the Surron that I covered last week, which is here, but I can tell you there are so many differences. So today I'm going to go through a little bit of facts about the Talaria, do comparisons between the bike, so you ladies can make a decision about what bike will be the best bike for you. So let's get right to it. The Talaria Sting MX4 is very different than the Surron. For example, the battery is a 60 volt 45 amp battery compared to the Surron, which has a 60 volt 38 amp battery. So what does that mean? This goes a little farther and pushes out a little more power. So this has two modes, economy mode and sport mode, just like the Surron does, but this will get you about 5 to 10 miles more on the battery. So top speed in eco mode is about 30 miles an hour. Same thing with the Surron. But in sport mode, we'll go about 55 for me in sport mode, where this will get me about 45 to 50 in sport mode. Again, this bike, because of the battery, longevity in eco mode will get you about, well, for me, I get about 60 miles, depending on your weight and how fast you ride it. So 50 to 60 miles. Compared to the Surron, again, depending on how fast you ride it and your weight, in sport mode, we'll get about 40 to 50. The one difference about the Talaria Sting over the Surron is it allows you to change the brake regeneration right in the display panel here. It comes in 4 modes. One, meaning that you take your hand off the throttle and you still keep on going pretty fast. You could put it in mode 4, you take your hand off the throttle and it slows you right down like a brake. Another main difference with the Talaria over the Surron is the weight. The Talaria Sting is about 30 pounds heavier than the Surron, and it is a little bit longer and it stands a little bit higher. Great thing is with this Talaria, you can adjust the front forks and the back spring to make it higher or lower depending on your height. Same thing with the Surron. Another difference between the Talaria compared to the Surron is the seat. The Talaria seat is much more comfortable than the Surron. So the only change that I've made to this Talaria, taking it out of the box, was I changed the handlebars. Because again, they give you these mountain bar handlebars that are not so great. So I like a little rise, so I changed the handlebars. Other than that, I would recommend this Talaria Sting to anybody. For me, I chose the Surron compared to the Talaria only because of the weight. This is a great electric bike, and I recommend anyone who's a little bit taller and is a little heavier, the Talaria Sting all the way. Enough with the details. Let's take it for a ride and I'll share with you the difference in the riding. Let's do it. Let's take a ride on the Talaria Sting MX4. So you turn the key on, but before you can go, you have to hit this start button here. So make sure you hit the start button. It'll tell you we're ready to go, and ready to go. Wow. What an amazing bike. Just taking this thing for a ride. Wow. Amazing. You can feel the difference in the power. thing goes over everything. Same terrain as my Surron. It's like a tractor, just as capable. Goes over everything, easy peasy. One major difference riding this bike right off the bat, I can feel, is the throttle. It's so much smoother than my Surron throttle. Nice and smooth. The Surron is a little more torquey than this throttle. Another thing that I can feel right off the bat, riding the Talaria compared to the Surron, is the comfort on this bike. I told you the seat is so much more comfortable than the Surron, and it certainly is. But let me tell you what, this is like riding a Cadillac compared to the Honda rice burner, right? Honda rice burners, they're fun, they're fast, they're zippy, but boy, there's nothing like this Cadillac. Smooth, fast. The shocks, the front fork, nice, smooth. Take it for a little ride. Gonna change my mode. Get it to sport mode. Just as capable. Woohoo! Let's go this way. So awesome. This bike is just as capable, if not more capable, I think, than the Surron. It's made for this. It is a motocross bike. So what does that mean? This bike is made for speed and made for jumps. And let me tell you, it is fun, fun, fun. I have the brake regeneration set in mode 2. So when I take my hand off the throttle, the bike slows down just a little bit. I like to have that kind of control. But if you don't want to, awesome thing about this bike, you can change that right in this display panel, which is awesome. I just wanted to go through the difference between the weight on these two bikes. So here I have the Surron Light B, and over there is the Talaria Sting MX4. So I was on the Sting MX4 before riding, awesome ride, but I shared with you the bike is just a little too heavy for me, about 30 pounds heavier than the Surron. But I just wanted to show you how easy or difficult it would be to lift the bike up if you happen to fall. So I am a little girl, but here we go, gotta do it. Sweet, easy peasy, no problem. The Talaria Sting is a little heavier, so I'm gonna do my best here. Okay, see? You can still lift it up, ladies, still manageable. So if I can lift it up, probably anybody else could lift it up, but it is a little heavier than the Surron. So just wanted to share and show you the difference in the weight, but to also show you, ladies, you can lift these bikes up just as well as I can. So lifting this bike up, you really gotta kind of lift it up. And it's, you know, you can flip it around, but again, pretty heavy. And this is why I love my Surron for this. Look at this, ladies. Look at how easy you can just flip this bike around. So that's why, for me, my Surron is the best. But what I want to do real quick is just go through real quick, show you the batteries, but we're going to go through a more detailed review in another upcoming video. But let's check out what's under the lid. So this is the Surron battery. Here's where you would charge it. Hey, again, I'm going to be going through a video, but want to make sure you understand these batteries are no joke. Little dangerous. Don't want to scare anybody, but you just need to be aware. I'll go through all the details, but when you're charging your batteries, make sure you're keeping an eye on them and probably doing it outside what they recommend. Before you do anything with this battery, you always have to make sure you flip this air switch. Looks like a fuse switch. And then with this, I recommend you take your gloves off, probably easier. There's a button here, push this button in and just pull up. All right, and then this just kind of wiggles, easy. And then you would lift this battery up, pretty easy. I'll plug this back in. Plug this back into the clicks, flip that air switch. All right, that's your Surron battery. Real quick, while we got the Talaria here, might as well just show you what this looks like. Push down, put this up. So this is just a little bit different. Again, we'll go through all the details, but here, again, always hit this, flip this air switch. This has one thing, but you got to press this and you got to wiggle, and that's it. And then you would lift this battery up. But again, we'll go through this in another video, but just wanted to show you what's under the hood. Yeah, baby!
Wow, she's flying. That was a great burnout.
Man, this Talaria Sting MX4, I tell you what, it is like a cruiser. I love this bike. Again, it's just a little heavy for me, but other than that, it is awesome. And it is so much quieter than that Surron. That Surron kind of hums and screams every once in a while. So awesome. I love this bike. So nice out in the neighborhood here, or I should say in the back of the neighborhood. Right, where's Cushman going? Up and over anything and everything. So much fun on the Talaria. It is so smooth and comfortable. Woohoo! And you can jump it too. Woohoo! Yeah, baby! Right, look at these beautiful mountains here. Oh, love it. Yeah. This Talaria Sting is so much fun, so capable. Hey everyone, I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in today and joining me on this awesome ride on the Talaria Sting MX4. Make sure you stay tuned over the next few weeks because I'm going to be talking about the Apollo RFN. But in the meantime, thanks so much for joining, and if you like, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and have an awesome day. Ride safe. Thanks so much for joining. Have a great night.